So I actually started the IT audit field a while back. In 2025, next year, I will have been an ISACA member for 20 years. I remember I was doing an audit of a certain application to ensure that it had good security controls. This was a web application, and whenever I would manipulate the URL, I would see certain information, and it dawned on me, I can actually transition into cybersecurity. And that's how I transitioned into cybersecurity. And then eventually I got into cloud security, which is my focus now. I got so passionate about this field that I've actually written a book on cloud security and audit fundamentals in AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Consequently, I also wrote some courses on the same topics and on cloud security posture management solutions, which is going to be the topic I will be talking about during the conference. So my main driving force actually has been, I used to go to this board meetings, and a lot of the leaders would be out there, would be disseminating information in a very technical manner to board members and executives. And I thought there had to be a better way you could actually break down this information in ways a non-IT person can comprehend. So this is why I got into this. What I find most rewarding about my work in IT audit is first and foremost the opportunity to make a difference. Knowing the work we perform while we're doing these audits protects organizations from breaches and ensures resilience is very gratifying. In addition, we have constant learning and evolution. So we know in the technology space, it's constantly evolving. It's very dynamic. We have new technologies popping up. Like currently, we are talking about cloud and artificial intelligence. So being able to be ahead of the curve, right? Instead of relying on the old audit programs that auditors have been using, being able to use the new technologies and adapt to them. Last but not least is driving organizational development. So the work we do as IT auditors uncovers vulnerabilities and weaknesses that allow these organizations to shore up their controls and ensure they're more resilient and strengthen their IT environments. So as far as my passion, in this field, I'd say it stems from a blend of technical challenges, the opportunity to make meaningful contributions and fulfillment of working in a field that directly enhances organizational resilience. So the title of my topic is Using Cloud Security Posture Management Solutions to Mitigate Misconfigurations. So cloud security posture management is the practice of identifying and remediating security risks and misconfigurations across cloud environments. And what my key takeaways that I hope the attendees can get to is, first and foremost, realize that most cloud breaches are due to misconfigurations. So a misconfiguration is simply an oversight or an error that occurs during the building or maintenance of a cloud platform. So most breaches we got in the cloud currently are due to misconfigurations, mainly driven by human error. Second thing I would like attendees to take away is you should not rely on your cloud service provider to secure your data. So in the cloud, there's something called the shared responsibility model. There's responsibilities that the cloud service provider has, and there's responsibilities that the cloud customer has. The cloud customer is always responsible for securing their data. So they have to understand what their responsibilities are and ensure that their data is secure. The third thing I want my attendees to learn is you cannot secure what you do not have visibility into. That's why we rely on this cloud security posture management solutions. They allow us to get that visibilities. So these tools are a group of security technologies that enable organizations to discover, assess, and remediate risks and misconfigurations within cloud environments. And finally, last thing I want attendees to realize is cloud security starts with cloud governance, right? cloud governance is the first thing you should start with from the very top. And implementing cloud governance involves establishing a cloud governance framework, policies and procedures, roles and responsibilities, and implementing robust security and technical controls. Conferences like the IT Audit Conference play a significant role in contributing to the professional growth of IT auditors, security professionals, and the like. First and foremost, networking. These conferences are excellent to meet with peers, share experiences, knowledge, and approaches to common challenges. The second one, which is very key for me, is actually comparing notes. So it's one thing to experience a common challenge, but to hear another organization or other organizations talk about the same challenges that they have and approaches that they're taking to resolve those problems actually puts a building light in your head, So I think that's very key for me, comparing notes with other individuals, other organizations in the same position. Thirdly, you also get access to cutting edge knowledge, right? Because in these conferences, you're going to be exposed to the latest trends, tools, technologies, and often with insights from industry leaders and the researchers and the like. Also, you get exposure to emerging threats and solutions. So, you'll get presentations on what the current emerging threats are, say on artificial intelligence or cloud security. And this will enable you to prioritize what your security efforts are. And last but not least, going to these conferences gives you inspiration and motivation. So just hearing others talk about people in your same position, researchers, people passionate about this field, gives you that motivation to keep going on in your field and ensure, good security controls, resilience within the organizations that you work with.